Hey, what's up everybody, Jimmy here with another video, and in today's video I have something really exciting to share with you today. So for a while now I've been looking for ways in which you can get the film look without having to spend tons of money getting expensive plugins like Dehancer in order to get the film look. So I found this really amazing tool in DaVinci Resolve, and I was really happy because this tool is actually free, and I think the free version of DaVinci Resolve also has this too. And it's only available from DaVinci Resolve 19 and above. So if you have DaVinci Resolve 19 and above, I think you're going to be able to access this tool. And one really amazing thing about this tool is you don't need to be an expert in order to know how to use it, because it's just made of sliders you can just play around with and get the specific look you want to get. And without wasting much time, let me just show you how I got the film look using this amazing tool. Like I always say, I am in no way a color grading professional. I basically just do whatever I think looks good for me. So if you have any corrections, if you have anything you want to add to my video, be sure to just leave a comment down below so we can all grow together. So right here I imported my clip and I shot this right here with the Sony a7S III, and I used the Sony S-Log3 to shoot this. And yeah, I just imported my clip. I'm just gonna play it for you to see. And as always, I'm actually gonna upload this footage for free so you can download and just follow along with the tutorial. So I'm just gonna come to my effects control right here, and then I'm just gonna search for film look creators right here. I'm gonna drag and drop on my note, and it just comes with like a preset, so you already have some things already applied, but then we're just gonna work from here going on forward. So since I said I shot in Sony a7S III, so let's do like a color space transform type effect. And I'm gonna come to my color space and I'm just gonna choose Sony S-Log3 Cine. My input gamma is gonna be S-Log3, and my output color space is gonna be Rec 709. That's gonna be my output color space. And then my output color space is going to be gamma 2.4. And then my output white point, I'm just going to leave it at D65. And then I'm going to come down here to the film look, and I'm just going to select what kind of look do you want to go for. So right here I'm just going to select because I want to get like the vintage look or the film look. So I'm just going to select vintage. And just to show you where we came from, just like tweaking around and transforming the effect. So we came from this to this, this to this. I'm not using any color wheels or any advanced color grading tools in DaVinci Resolve. I'm just playing around with like the sliders this effect has. So I'm gonna come here to the next one, and in the skin bias, I'm just gonna let it be like that. So this is where the magic starts to happen, and I'm just gonna adjust my color settings like my exposure, contrast, and all of that. So you see that I don't really need to use all of the lifts, the gamma, the gain, and the offset here. I can just play around with this and I can still get my look. So right here in my color settings, I'm gonna put my exposure at, let's just increase the exposure a little bit. See, it's a little dark. So let's just put it somewhere around here. Somewhere around here is good. And then the contrast, see, let's reduce the contrast a little bit. Say just somewhere around, so let's increase it somewhere around there. Don't be scared to play around with this. Don't be scared to play around with it, because you can always just undo if you don't get something right. And then my highlights, right here I'm going to put my highlights. I'm going to increase my highlights a little bit. Somewhere around there. And then the fade, I'm just going to increase that a little bit too. And then the white balance, I don't know, I'm just going to reduce the white balance a little bit. Actually, you see, just play around with it and see what we get. Yeah, I'm going to reduce that to somewhere around here. So this is before, after, before, after, before, after. Take note, I'm not using anything else. I'm just using the film look creator in this case. And then the tints, I can just play around with the tints to say, just add some green right there. Yeah, you can just play around it to just until you get the look that you're looking to get. And then I'm just gonna play around with the subtractive saturation a little bit more. Maybe I'll just add it some more, say to somewhere around here. Then the richness, I can just play around with that too, just depending on how rich you want the skin tones to be, but not overly rich like that. So I'm just gonna put it, say, somewhere around or maybe I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. And then the bleach bypass, you see what it does, kind of like just reduces like the richness a little bit, but not only in the skin tone, like the entire image. But I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I'm not gonna change anything there because I think it looks good right here. And then I'm just gonna enable the split tone right here. I'm gonna enable that, and then I'm going to increase this a little bit. See what it does? So before, after, before, after. It just it kind of like separates the skin from the background. The hue angle, you can play around with this, but I'm just gonna reset it to the way it was. I'm not playing. And then the pivot, let's just increase that a little bit, just to reduce, because I feel like the skin is a little bit oversaturated. So this is the before and the after, before and the after, before, after. And then right here, just like vignette, you want a vignette, I'm gonna apply that. You can play around with it and like increase the amount and then the size and all of that. And then the halation, I'm also gonna enable the halation right here. Now you can increase like the amount of the halation, and I like a lot of halation when I'm creating my film look, so I'm just gonna increase the amount. You can also create like the radius of the halation effect, and I think that's good. And then let's add some bloom. They already have some bloom applied, so I'm gonna add the amount a little bit more. And then they also have some film grain. I'm gonna adjust the amount because it's a film look, so you need some film grain in there. There we go. You can also add the size. It's just to play around with like the settings and just whatever looks good for you. You can also add like the saturation, but I'm just gonna let it be the way it is. Maybe just increase the amount a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's it. That's just it. So this is where we came from. So we came from here. So we came from here to here, here to here. Take note, I've not used any over like complicated effects in DaVinci Resolve. I just used just basically just one effect, and it's totally free in DaVinci Resolve to use, so anybody can get this look. So to adjust my white balance, let me just add one more node right here to adjust my white balance. So I'm just gonna come Option S here, and then I'm gonna come to my offset. While looking at my vector scope, I'm just gonna make sure that this is somewhere in the middle, just to adjust my white balance. So I'm gonna come to my offset, and I'm gonna just push this up a little bit, just onto where you think is good. Yeah. So I'm just gonna push this up a little bit to make sure it's like balanced in the middle. So this is before, after, before. So you see the difference. Like there was a lot of green in the shot, so I just like played around with the offset, and that's basically the only thing I have to do in like my color wheels. That's basically it. So we came from here to here, here to here in less than no time. So there you have it, guys. That was the easiest tutorial ever. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below, and be sure to turn on the notifications so you can get a notification whenever I upload a new video like this. And peace out. See you in the next one.